Hi, my name's Fritha and I teach law and politics. For A-level law, we cover things like the English legal system, how laws are made, the different organisations that are involved, the way that you go about suing somebody, getting the money that you deserve, and what happens if you commit a crime and go to prison. We then move on to looking at some of the crimes that are crimes in this country. So we look at killing people, we look at beating people up, and we look at nicking stuff, and then I show you how to get away with those things, what are the defences that you can raise so that you won't be found guilty. And we also look at torts. Those are your civil wrongs. So when you're saying all those adverts that say, get the compensation that you deserve, how do you know when you deserve that compensation? And that's what we look at in tort. And finally, we look at contract law, so how do you get back the money when things go wrong? The final part of the course is looking at concepts, and those are the ideas behind why law is the way it is and does it do what it's supposed to do. For politics, we look at the UK political system, so we look at elections, we look at the political parties, what they stand for, where they've come from, how that all works, and then we look at the government side of things. And then in year 2, we do exactly the same stuff, but for America. Both courses are assessed through 3 exams at the end of the 2 years. So you have to do lots of independent learning so that you can make sure that you remember everything that we cover for the full 2 years. So normally students who complete the course will go on to university. That's the normal path for people who are doing A-levels. What we have are students who go to all sorts of different universities to do all sorts of different courses. I've had a few students who have gone on to do law or politics and international relations and similar courses at the top universities. We've had students that have gone to Oxford and Cambridge. Equally, they go and do criminology at the University of Sussex or other similar courses. Students who are leaving us and going to universities and getting firsts in law are not unheard of. It's up to you whether or not you want to bring in any electronic devices. We support you with using that. You will need to get access to the core textbooks. There are essentially 1 for each year of the course, for each subject. They are available from the library and they can now be downloaded and viewed online. So you don't necessarily have to buy the book, but if you want to, then by all means do so, because that way you can scribble on it. In order to do the courses, we ask for 5 GCSEs at grade 4 or above. That's all that we ask for politics. For law, we ask that one of those GCSEs be in English language and be a grade 5. So in a normal year, I would expect to take students, for law we go to court, we go over to Lewes, to the Crown Court, and watch trials in action. We also go to Parliament, and that's for both law and politics. And I've been weighing up whether or not to do a trip to America, but obviously in the current situation, that's not possible. So in terms of public transport and getting to college, it's really easy. The train station is right next door, as is the bus station. Wherever you're coming from, it's a 30-second walk to get into college from where you've been dropped off. So if you're looking at what other subjects to pick up and do alongside either law or politics, my recommendation is that you do other humanities subjects. It's not impossible to do law and maths, but they don't naturally sit next to each other. If you do something like law, politics and history, or sociology or English, a lot of the concepts overlap and a lot of the things that we talk about overlap and a lot of the skills overlap. So you'll be better prepared for whatever you go on to study at university if you do subjects that naturally sit together. So come and do your A-levels with us. One, because the team of A-level teachers is amazing here. You will have a fantastic experience. You will be treated as a grown-up. We expect you to manage and look after your learning far more, and it's the best stepping point for going on to university. It's the nice middle ground between what you experience at school and what it's like when you get to university. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this information helpful, and I look forward to meeting you soon.